not tear an ACL during the team's 28-25 win over the Detroit Lions on Thursday, but he is considered out indefinitely while he gathers more opinions on his right knee, sources telling our Adam Schefter. Coach Sean McDermott on Friday ruled Miller out for the Bills' upcoming game. That's against the New England Patriots on Thursday. Miller will miss at least 1 to 2 weeks, sources saying, with that possibility that he could be out for the rest of the 2022 season. Vaughn has been crucial to this defense. He ranks 5th in the NFL in QB pressures this season with 38 on top of his 8 sacks. No other Bills player has more than 12 quarterback pressures this season. We bring in the coach, Herm Edwards. Coach, how we doing?
I'm doing well. I heard about a traffic issue, but I'm not going to get into that, so it's all good.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Thanks for being on time,
you know what?
Coach.
I heard something a long time ago on this show. Traffic is fluid. It's fluid. It's always fluid. I love you. You know that, TV. I love you.
You got me today. All right, y'all. Okay. All right.
Were you nervous?
What?
Like, were you, like, anxious? Like, oh, my God, I'm going to be
I'm
late
always
for work?
anxious. I'm always anxious. This is my show. I mean, I'm supposed to be here.
This
I was
is
late.
his show. And he wasn't here.
That's right. It's on me. It's my responsibility. You know what I'm saying? And that damn traffic, yeah, but it's still on me.
Yeah.
No
That was
excuses.
very Tom Brady of you right there. I like that.
No, I got to own it.
Okay.
I was late, damn it. It's my bad.
Can the Bills win the Super Bowl without Von Miller?
No, they can't win the Super Bowl without Von. They can't even get to the Super Bowl without Von Miller. And I think that that's important to understand. Brandon Beane, one of the things that he did in the offseason, he's identified they needed somebody to go get those quarterbacks in the AFC. Joe Burrow, get him on the ground. Patrick Mahomes, get him on the ground. If they see Tannehill, get him on the ground. If they get to Tua, get him on the ground. If you don't have Von Miller, who's been essential to what Buffalo has done this year on defense in that lineup, and he misses crucial time, like we're thinking that's going to happen, they won't even make it to the Super Bowl. And that's the reality of it. That's why they went out there, poached him from the Rams, paid him a handsome ransom to come and change their entire defense. If you look at the games that they won this year for the most part, the pressure on those quarterbacks that he's applied has been ridiculous and made everybody else better on the defense, especially when you have a secondary that's not as good as Buffalo's. You need to be able to get your front seven to harass the quarterback to buy time for the secondary unit. So, no, I don't think at all they can make it to the Super Bowl without Von Miller in the lineup.
I completely disagree with you. Let me say this to you. And it's not so much that
Why do you think they went out and got him, though,
Let me
Stephen A?
finish. No. It's not so much that I think you're wrong. I think you have to be wrong. As valuable as Von Miller is, you went to the AFC Championship game. You went to a divisional playoff game. The lone thing that stopped you with Patrick Mahomes, obviously you go to Von Miller because you need to get to that quarterback. Because
Absolutely.
obviously that's going to put you in a better position to ultimately advance to the Super Bowl. But the fact of the matter is, last time I checked, this is Josh Allen's team. And there's plenty of times in history where we've seen a quarterback make up for deficiencies that existed elsewhere. I'm not saying that losing Von Miller doesn't matter. It's a significant blow to what they're trying to accomplish. And I get all of that. But damn it, I got Stephon Diggs. And I've seen this kid, Gabe Davis, elevate his level of play. I'm watching what I'm seeing from Buffalo. Sean McDermott is still a coach. Leslie Frazier, last time I checked, was the stout defensive coordinator, although we won't bring up the last 13 seconds of that damn playoff game against Kansas City. The point that I'm trying to make is everywhere you turn, they've got people. You got Poyer and these brothers. They can get the job done. Micah Hyde and these others. I'm just looking at this situation and I'm saying, wait a minute. You've got personnel that could and should enable you to overcome the absence of Von Miller to be able to still make the kind of noise that you're capable of making. That's what I'm saying. And I don't want to hear anything about Von Miller being out. So, we can't make it. Hell, you can't. You Josh Allen. You Stephon Diggs. You Davis and the crew. You Singletary and the crew. Figure it out. Figure it out. That's what I'm saying.
I will say this if I can chime in on this. I think Key brings up some great points, but Stephen A., I'm going to agree with you in this sense. This is a team that's driven by their quarterback. They're scoring 27 points a game. The highest scoring team is, guess who? The Kansas City Chiefs. And this team is built on offense. Now, the loss of Von Miller hurts you. It hurts you as far as defensively. schematically what you want to do. But remember this defense still plays good in the red zone. They're third in the league of giving points up. They're only giving up 16 points. They're scoring 27 points. You have the quarterback in place. The key will be this. Can you play enough games at home in the playoffs? Because you're probably going to end up going to play the Chiefs on the road, right? And if we look at that game, if the weather conditions are okay, it's going to be a high-scoring affair with two of the highest-scoring offenses in the National Football League.
Let me make this correct because I brought up Mike Hyde. I know he's out. I'm sorry. I just brought him because I'm used to talking about
it's all
him. But I know he's out for the year. But I'm just telling you, they ain't got no excuses not to make.
They may not have any excuses to you and Herm from an offensive standpoint. Herm mentioned the defense in the red zone.
Yes.
Guess who was on that defense, Coach? Von Miller. Von Miller ain't on that defense in the red zone right now for them. Yeah, you mentioned Michael Hyde. I talked about the secondary. And you mentioned Patrick Mahomes in Kansas City, highest scoring offense. The reason Brandon Beane went out and got Von Miller is to get that guy on the ground. Because those 13 seconds, if they had Von Miller, maybe Von Miller gets to him. Maybe he doesn't.
But what I'm saying, I'm not disagreeing with that. But you have to concede that if the Buffalo Bills, listen, a Super Bowl champion,
I understand what you're saying about Josh Allen.
As great as Von Miller is, and he is great, okay? The fact of the matter is that can't be the reason you don't go to the Super Bowl.
But I tell you right now, Stephen A., that is the reason. That's why they went and got him, because they couldn't get past Kansas City in the postseason. Never mind the regular season. They beat him in the regular season. Guess who was on the field? Von Miller this year. He wasn't on the field for him in the postseason.
There's no doubt. He's a big-time player, especially in playoff competition. We've seen that. You know, the big-time players, they rise up. And Von Miller went there for one reason. To do what? Win a Super Bowl.
Yes.
Because he felt like he had a football team on the other side of the ball that would give them a lead where he could do his thing.
Yes.
Where he could go rush the passer. Right? That's what he wants to do. Well, now he's gone. Guess what? Schematically, and Stephen A. mentioned it earlier, you got a head coach and a coordinator, Leslie Frazier, that are pretty good coaches on the defensive side of it. They're going to have to overcome that. They're going to have to bring pressure another way. But this team is still built to win a Super Bowl.
That's all true, Herb. Leslie Frazier has been in this league a long time, okay, as a defensive coordinator, done amazing things on the defensive side of the ball. And so has Sean McDermott. But if you go back and you look at last year, this is the reason they signed Von, because they're gonna see Joe Burrow. We see what he's doing offensively with his weapons. They're going to most likely run into possibly a Lamar Jackson, different passing game, different style. They're going to most likely see Kansas City. Okay? Then they're going to most likely possibly see a Miami and Tua in that high-octane offense, who's already, by the way, beating them in South Florida. They get to see them again at home without Von Miller. So that changes. They better hope it rains or snows or does something. My only point to this is, when you go out and you spend a type of money on a game changer like that, there's a reason. Because the offensive side of the ball is strong, but your weakness is getting to the quarterback and getting that guy on the ground. You now have become weak because Von Miller's not in the lineup anymore.
Which means your offense has to make up for it.
How much more are they going to do,
Well, you're going to have to do something.
Oh, man,
you're going to have to do something.
You asking them to reach in the sky?
Listen, yes. Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs,
If I'm giving you 40 a game in the playoffs, how much more you want me to give you?
Excuse me. Well, then come to me when they give them 40 and they lose. But I think 40 will be enough to win, because I don't think that the Buffalo Bills defense is going to totally collapse because Von Miller is not there and give up 40 plus a game.
If I ain't got nobody harassing the quarterback.
If I'm Buffalo, if I'm Josh Allen, if I'm Stephon Diggs, if I'm Singletary, if I'm Gabe Davis and the crew, excuse me, y'all, you Super Bowl contenders or not? We lost Von Miller. Right, what are we going to do about it? Figure it out.
Well, they better figure this out. They better figure this out while we messing around. They need to win a division game.
That too.
They better do that. Or this is a moot point. They need it, and it starts this week. They got a 6-game season, and they got division games coming up.
Yep. They got one in 2 days.
Yes,
Buffalo's
they
at
do.
New England this Thursday.
Yeah.
All right. Coach will be back with us in just a bit. Coming up, guys, as a starter, Tom Brady has won 18 division titles in his career, but can he lead the Bucs to win the NFC South this year? We got huge debate on that one. Plus, with Week 12 wrapping up last night, we have another edition of Steven's A-List. Find out what one team is climbing and the other one is nowhere to be found. Don't worry, we'll be grading it. More First Take on the way.